Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ciryl Cabato from BSN 12E, and my research topic is all about Ibong Adarna. Now, this story is famous back then when I was elementary or in junior high days. So it's very interesting story which represents or has a symbolism about the Filipinos. So So for the introduction, it was a Filipino epic poetry from the 16th century. It's about a mythical bird which is Ibong Adarna. Because during the Spanish era, the story was entitled Corrido at Buhay ng Pinagdaanan ng tatlong prinsipeng magkakapatid na anak ni Haring Ferdinando at Reina Valeriana sa Kariang Berbanya. Okay, so sa English pa, it was called A Corrido and Life, lived by the three princess, children of King Fernando and Queen Valeriana. So, corrido means it's a popular narrative metrical tale or poetry that form a ballad. The poem has no exact date of origin and its author remains unknown. So, one siya nga story mystery since kanang wala pa na kanang na pint out kung kinsa gyud o kanos siya na one nga story. So however, it believed that the poem was composed by Hosing Sisiw. So the name of Jose de la Cruz. So he was a great Tagalog writers during the Spanish colonization of the Philippines. So some say pod nga it was composed by Francisco Balagtas or Francisco Baltazar. So kinsa man gyud ni si Jose de la Cruz ug ngano pon siyang ginatawag og Hoseng Sisiw. So Jose de la Cruz. So he was said to be the mentor of Francisco Balagtas, which the author of the famous din nga Florente at Laura. He earned the moniker Hoseng Sisiw, literally means chicks, which is sa Bisaya pa is piso, because when people would ask him to write the love poems, he requested live chicks to be given as form of payment. Naigaingon nga nganong chicks daw iyang serves of payment kay hilig daw siya mukaon og kanang mga piso. So, I don't know kung ano ingana, pero sa akong pag-research kay mao lagi daw na ang reason. Ibong Adarna was attributed by Jose de la Cruz. So, this amazing folklore is about love and sacrifice and fantasy. So, Ibong Adarna literally means Adarna bird. So, sa center pa sa story, about catching the mythical bird that possesses magical powers. The Adarna bird is so beautiful and could change in a lot of stunning forms. It is very hard to catch. It knows a total of 7 songs which could either enchant to anyone to sleep, turn into stone, or heal a deadly sickness, which is why the most dying king Fernando of Barbania tasked his 3 sons to catch the magical bird. So this bird is said to be found in Mount Tabor, where it perches on the shimmering Piedras Platas, is a Spanish word for silver stones. So during the daytime, the bird goes off somewhere, but it comes back at night to roost, and it sings before it sleeps. So, uh, The Adarna bird is an enchantress bird. It has a very long fancy tail with numerous shiny metallic colors. Means nga ay hang color kay more siya kanang rainbow color nga gasinaw, and it knows a total, so mata kong gingon nga it knows a total of 7 songs that are believed to lull anyone to sleep as well as to cure any type of afflictions, and it changes it feathers into more colorful hues and shades after each song. So nga siya ka enchantress nga bird kay galay-lahi ang color, tapos grabe no, so sa 7 songs maglahi-lahi ang color. After the last song, it excretes waste, then finally sleeps with its eyes wide open. So when Adarna bird is sad, it looks very ugly and hopeless. So it is believed that its dropping can turn any living things into stones. So let's proceed to the major characters of the story. So first is King Fernando. He was a great ruler of Bourbania Kingdom. So siya po to ang nagkasakit. Then Queen Valeriana, faithful wife of King Fernando and a loving mother of her 3 sons, which is Don Pedro, Don Diego, and Don Juan. So these 3 princes, first is Don Pedro, is the eldest son of the king and queen. He is a deceitful man, very in boast and greedy of power. So the second son, which is Don Diego, he does not have his own decision. He follows whatever his older brother, which is Don Pedro, tells him to do. So lastly, the youngest of the siblings, which is Don Juan, is the man of integrity and compassion. These good qualities makes him the king's favorite child. Next, the 2 princesses, which is Princess Juana and Princess Leonora. So Princess Juana, the princess whom Don Juan rescues from a giant who holds her in custody. And for Princess Leonora, the younger sibling of Princess Juana, Don Juan also rescues her from the serpent with 7 heads. Next is Doña Maria Blanca, the princess of the Los Crystal Kingdom. She was a white magical powers, which is greater than her father, King Salermo. So, King Salermo, ruler of Kingdom of the Los Crystal with black magic powers, he is the father of Doña Maria Blanca. This story has a moral lesson. So the main idea of the story is to remain good in spite of the evil that may be done to you, as you get rewarded later on. So kung sa base pa sa story, which is ibutang nato si Prince Juan. So despite nga kanang i-traitor siya sa iyang duha ka brother, which is Don Pedro og si Don Diego. So still gi-forgive gyapon niya iyang duha ka brother. So the end na tagaan gyapon siya og reward for his good deeds. Okay, next moral lesson is high level of love and respect and children have their father. So this So sa story kay gibutan nato nga ang princess, ang tulo ka princess went out in search for the mystical bird to cure for her beloved father. So mo na ang reason. So next, the unwavering care of the children to their parents, especially in their old age. So sa insight pa, their father is king was gravely ill, and they were all willing to set out an impossible journey just so they can save his life. So next, forgiveness and family loyalties. So in spite pod sa the bad, mao lagi na akong atong so mao na akong gingon nga, in spite of the bad things na his brothers have done to him, the youngest prince still found them trustworthy and forgive them. Be proud for all good deed done in spite of the fact that it may not be recognized. So katong sa which is Don Juan, the youngest prince, kay it doesn't matter if his brothers get the credit for bringing the mystical bird. So as long as he knew it was he who has done it, and this will make patriarch of the family better. So inga na siya kahambal, at the same time kaya pod niya magpaki-ubos good. And the last moral lesson is honoring commitments, especially to women, as the princess made promises and eventually fulfilled them after overcoming the obstacles. So mao na to ang moral lesson of the story. Next, the characters created were the genuine faces of the Filipinos of two attitudes, were areas the black and white, or the good and the bad. The symbolisms of the Ibong Adarna as ordeal, which will show man's true colors, flaws, intentions, and purpose, is amazingly portrayed by the Filipino poet itself. Indeed, Ibong Adarna plays an important role in shaping the mindset of the Filipino society. The illustrations convey meanings that influence the mindsets of hundreds of Filipinos, and in particularly the students who take up the corridor in their classes, which we have experienced on the elementary and junior high school days. So it is then imperative that the people be made aware of the hegemonies present in a narrative supposedly embodies the nation's objective of desire. So mao to nga kani day gyapon siya nga story, nakarelate gyapon siya sa ato ang pagka-Filipino, which minsan nga naputay bad, na usa po naputay good. If someone nga daghan ay nakasala sa ato, still we forgive those want to move on